8. Project 50239. Scene 2, take 1.
Where did you go from Seoul?
From Seoul, sir, we were going to Pyongyang.
Yes,
And this is when the death march really started.
I see.
On the way to Pyongyang, the men that would fall out were beaten to get back in the column and go on. And when they got so bad that they couldn't walk at all, they would say that they were going to leave them behind and bring them on in trucks, but we'd never see them again.
I see. Do you remember the names of any of the people at this time then?
Well, there was one boy I know. You mean
Of the North Koreans?
Oh, the North Koreans? Yes, sir. There was Kim. He was one of the North Koreans, or a South Korean soldier. He had been, and he wore a white pistol belt all the time. At Sewell, he had become a trustee, and then they put him on as guard for us.
I see. Anybody else?
Well, not right then. Well, yes, sir. There was a boy they called Chani. He was also a South Korean prisoner there at Sewell, and then he'd become a trustee.
He was a guard?
Yes, sir. And they, after we left Sewell, they cooked our chow for us at one place there.
Then where'd you go from Pyongyang? Go ahead from there.
From Pyongyang?
Yes.
From Pyongyang, we were put on a train, and we just went on north.
I see. Did you walk all the way? When were you put on the train and taken up?
It was in October. I don't know just the day it was, but it must have been the 16th, because 5 days later is when the massacre was. We were in the tunnel.
In the tunnel. When did you first go in the tunnel?
It was the 20th of October. It was that morning. The train was way back down the track about 15 miles.
Yes.
And that morning, we moved into the tunnel.
You walked into the tunnel?
No, so we went in on the train.
Oh, I see.
There was about 3 cars in the engine.
How many were there of you that time? Do you remember?
At that time, there were just a few over 200, I believe, sir.
Do you want to tell me now what happened after you got in the tunnel?
Well, after we got in the tunnel, we were given these old hard crackers.
Yes.
And our mouths were so sore then we couldn't hardly eat them.
Yes.
We sat there all day and they chomped on these crackers.
In the tunnel?
Yes, sir. And we didn't have any water at all.
Mm-hmm.
And they wouldn't let us out to get water because of the planes.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Well, then what happened after, when did they begin treating you so badly in the tunnel? And when did the massacre begin?
Well, the massacre began whenever they said they were going to give us chow.
I see.
That evening, about 5:30, they come in and said, chop, chop.
Uh-huh.
They said they were going to take us into the village in a hut, 30 in a group, or almost 30, you know, and give us chow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the first bunch went outside the tunnel, and we heard a lot of firing. Of course, we didn't know what it was. We didn't know what was coming off at all. But my group was the second group, and when we took off, we went outside the tunnel there for a few feet and turned up a ravine there, and we went up there for about 10 feet, and they told us to sit down. Well, we sat down, and then they opened fire on us.
There were about 30 of you?
I didn't even know what was coming off there at first until I heard someone say, "Oh, my God." And then all I could do was just lay down and pray.
You had not been hit yet?
I hadn't been hit right then. And then I just laid there, and I felt the first bullet. And then I thought I might be hit again, and I just had to lay there and wait.
Where were you hit?
Through the thighs, sir.
Were all those around you killed, as far as you know?
Well, I could hear them moaning, sir.
Then what did you do after all this happened?
Well, after this
Is that
happened,
when you got away?
Yes, sir. My buddy was right in front of me, and I was laying right next to him, and thank God he didn't get hit. But I told him I was going to crawl out. I've been watching the guards. I told him I was going to crawl out and for him to follow. So I took out over the rest of them, and there was another boy laying up there, and he come behind me.
Were the guards still watching, or had they thought you were all killed?
Well, they must have thought we were all killed because they had left. I'd been watching the guards because I didn't want to get caught myself.
You don't know who any of these guards were, or what unit they were from, or any of that?
Well, the guards, sir, I know two of them were South Korean prisoners, had been South Korean prisoners.
How many were doing the shooting, do you know?
Well, at our bunch, sir, I believe there were just 3.
Were there any officers or just all enlisted men as far
Just enlisted men, as far as I know.
Well, go ahead now. That's when you got away?
Yes, sir. I crawled out and went up the ditch. And I sat there for a while, and before I left, there were 6 of us. And we went on up the ditch, and we sat there a little while longer, and my buddy Yeager, he went out and looked around for a place for us to stay that night. And he found an old corn shock, or a cane shock. And so he fixed it up, and all 6 of us crawled in there and stayed the night. The next morning, we crawled on up on top of the hill, and we saw that there was a village. So Yeager, he was stubborn. I didn't want him to go down, but he wanted to. So he went down in the village and got us some water, and brought back some rice. And we ate this and drank the water, and we slept a while. And it was a little afternoon that a captain and a South Korean come up and said, "Take it easy, fellas." And then's when we
Was this an American captain, you mean?
Yes, sir, an American captain. And we all just busted out bawling because we were so glad to be liberated.
And that's when you went on back then with the Americans?
Yes, sir.
Did you see any more atrocities from then on? I mean, you didn't see any more North Koreans after that?
We never saw any more North Koreans.
After they shot you, that was the end of the atrocities that you had seen?
Yes, sir.
I see. And then you came back to, where did you go after the Americans had liberated you then?
Well, the Americans liberated us up there and on the hill, and General Allen, he come up too.
I see. How many were liberated with you? Just you 3?
No, sir, there was 21.
But you were the only 3 from that group of 30. The rest were all killed, as far as you know.
Well, as far as I know, there were only, since I've been here in the hospital, there were 8 of us out of that one group.
Oh, I see. But at the time, you only knew of the 3.
Well, at the time, there were 6 of us.
I see. And then they brought you on down from...
From there, they took us down to the trucks and took us to Pyongyang and kept us overnight and put us on a plane the next morning. We were flown to the 118th Station Hospital.
But you don't remember the names of any of the other Koreans except the names of these 2 South Koreans you gave me?
No, sir.
Those were the only ones?
Yes, sir.
Cut. Project 50239. Scene 3, take 1.
And what is your name?
Private James W. Yeager.
And your rank?
Private.
And your organization?
29th Infantry.
And you were with Tony, were you not?
Yes, sir.
And you were on the death march from Seoul to the capital of North Korea?
Yes, sir.
And how did you, can you tell me about it from there?
Well, from Seoul to Pyongyang, they marched us steadily for a night and a day and fed us only crackers. And then we stayed in a schoolhouse for a day, and then they moved us on, and we stayed for 4 days in another schoolhouse. And from there we moved on constantly.
I see.
Until we reached Pyongyang.
And what happened at Pyongyang?
Well, at Pyongyang, we stayed, must have been 5 or 6 days. And they fed us rye, kind of a rye type of bread, which made our mouths sore, and real hot soup. They had doctored up with peppers. And then they put us on a train because the troops were getting too close to march us out. And we must have been on a train about 5 days.
I see.
One night they ran into another train, and the next evening it started raining very hard, and they made us move crackers. They had big bags of crackers which weighed about 125 pounds.
Was this from the wrecked train?
Yes. They made us carry those to the other end of the train.
About how far?
Oh, it must have been 8 cars.
I see.
And these South Koreans were trustees were in charge of us, forced us to carry them.
And where'd you go from there then? Did you go on up to the tunnel from there?
Yes, next day, why, they moved us on to the tunnel, and we stayed in the tunnel all day long, and they issued 2 bags of crackers in our car, and everybody tried to eat them.
That's all you had to eat all day long, was
Yes,
just the
sir.
crackers, I see.
They finally managed to get out and get 2 buckets of water for the whole.
Who got those? Some of your prisoners, you mean?
Yes, some of our own men. They were taken out with the guards.
Do you remember the names of any of the North Koreans at that point?
Well, there was a Kim and a Johnny.
Was that up there?
Yes.
At the tunnel?
Yes, sir.
Those are the same ones that your buddy mentioned?
Yes, sir.
You don't remember any others?
No, sir.
Then what happened after that? Can you tell me about the massacre?
That evening, they said that we were going to Chop Chop, and they broke us up in small groups of 30.
Yes.
Okay, cut.